3, 2, 1.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause.
So, this is the 2023 CrossFit Llanelli season preview podcast. It's the start of the season because March the 11th, we've got CrossFit CFL Series doubles, and kindly enough, CrossFit HQ have laid on 3 weeks of preparatory workouts for us, also known as the Worldwide CrossFit Open. Yeah, it's a regular thing. They do it every year.
Yeah.
It's the pancake breakfast. We do it every month.
So, well, first of all, it's 3 consecutive weeks of
It used to be 5. It used to be 5. They compressed it down to 3 weeks.
But over those 3 weeks, everyone around the world will be doing the same workout over the same weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're testing yourself against the rest of the world then as well. So it's...
Oh, you test yourself? You're testing yourself against yourself though, really, aren't you?
Well, year on year, you want to compare yourself to where you're at. But you're actually comparing yourself to the rest of the world.
Okay, but that's because you're a competitive guy with aspirations of moving on into further
Well, I just think
competition.
it's a true representation of how much you've improved every year.
Yeah.
When you do it that way. Because you're like, year on year, if you just keep going to the gym, you're going to improve. But are you improving comparably to everyone else who's also working out all the time?
This is true.
So it's that extra push. To me, that's right.
I think as well, from month to month, you make small increases, small gains, and that's quite hard to see. But when then all of a sudden you have this opportunity to look at yourself 12 months ago, that's a lot of those small gains to be made that you should be able to see, which is going to be all the more heartbreaking when I do worse this year than I did last year. Some people I've chatted to in the gym have already said, no, I want to crack on with CrossFit for a little bit longer, maybe enter the Open next year.
Yeah,
Why is that a stupid, terrible idea? It's the worst thing I've ever heard.
The first year I joined here, it was like 2 months and then the Open was hitting.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I shouldn't. They do it. I didn't even know what it was. It was like, this competition that everyone's doing. It's like I'm not ready for competition yet. Not realizing the Open isn't really a competition. It's a competition, but you just should enter it because it's your benchmark for the rest of the year. And I didn't enter it, and I just so gutted because I could have done that first year, finished 300,000, and then when I hit 10,000 the next year, instead of going, I'm only 10,000, I could have gone. I just jumped 100,000 spaces.
Astounding gains. The way I look at it is go ahead, set the lowest bar you possibly can.
It's not like anyone can't do it. Regardless of who you are, you can still do it.
Yeah, it's infinitely scalable. It's just like all of the WODs we do. But one of the other things to say is the way that we will do it in the gym with Friday Night Lights is just a proper laugh, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's immense.
No, it is nothing like that.
The atmosphere.
I think Sam, you said it once. Yeah. You come in, you get to do your workout. You've got that support and crowd around you, and when you get into the end and you're you've got people supporting you and shouting at you.
It's just a massive hype train for 3 weeks on the trot, which is class. I mean, you have that anyway.
This is great banter. It really is.
It's a class of 10 of you. People are going to be encouraging you. Coaches going around saying, hey, well done, Mark, doing great. But having double that or triple that.
Yeah, but it's next level.
And also it feels like it's more important because it is a comp.
It's like competition day, but without having the barriers between you and the crowd.
Yeah.
And
so
it's great. There's nothing like it.
As Arnie said, sign up to the Open. Do it. Do it now.
Do it. Do it. Come on. Do it now.
Do it now.
Yeah. If you don't sign up to the Open, we can't be friends anymore.
So a lot of people in our gym have done the Open before. They know exactly what it is. All of that's been a total waste of time. What would be the perfect Open for you? Wise.
If they could put the rower on, wall balls.
Yeah, they're both on the kit list, rower and wall balls.
And then just repeat that over and over. And not
3 weeks of different rep schemes of rower and wall balls. Okay,
yeah.
I think you're going to be disappointed.
Different I reckon if we could just have a minute long WOD, that would be right up my street. As long as they don't have burpees in it, which they're probably going to do.
Yeah, well, I hope they do.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those.
Yeah, burpees, box jumps, dumbbell snatches, wall walks, please fill us up. Burpee, box jump, wall walks. I would love that.
I'm convinced, right? Because Bosman is programming this year. there was a big fuss over that weird handstand.
Wall facing
Wall
handstand.
facing handstand.
Yeah.
I
Have
think
you tried them?
No.
They're actually pretty smart. They're all right. Yeah, they're not terrible. I'm sure a deficit one where you can't see if you're hitting the line or not was horrendous.
Oh yeah. I don't think they'll do that to us.
But they're not particularly more difficult than the other way around. It's just a bit disorientating. I think it would be fairer. There wasn't this last year, but like a 1 rep max or a complex as a part B. So we just had 3 straight WODs last year, and there wasn't any like you finished the WOD, now going to a lift. Great for me because I'm pipsqueak, but I appreciate that that's a little bit unfair on everyone else when there isn't anything particularly heavy.
Well, we did get the deadlifts.
The deadlifts weren't heavy,
but
they were just volume. The thrusters at the very end were heavy, but they were separated already by the muscle ups, so they were a bit pointless for people.
Yeah.
You've jibbed the question by saying rows of wall balls. If week 1, what do you want? Be specific. What do you want the workout to be week 1?
Okay. I know it's always going to be a couplet. Could be a triplet, but it's going to be a couplet of 2 movements. And I think they'll put the machine in there first week. I think week 1, the row will be out, and then it will probably be a dumbbell of some sort.
Nice.
12-minute AMRAP of 12-calorie row and dumbbell snatch. 6 dumbbell snatch.
I mean,
12.
At least we know we should never let you program workouts, Mark, because that is mental. Because of a 12-minute AMRAP, 50% of the time would be transition time, getting in and out of the rower.
I think it will be ascending numbers.
Okay,
it'll be 3, 6.
But who will
12.
pull? You can't have 3 calories. That's
No.
stupid.
It'll be 12 cals.
Oh, every time now.
And then you get off and you do 3 dumbbell snatches.
15 cals with those dumbbell snatches. I'd be with you. I'd have that.
We'll do it later on.
We'll
because I think it's probably
going to
be.
We'll send it to Boz. Say, mate, you may have made your plans already. You may have shipped the equipment to Madrid for the first announcement, but
yeah, we've got a better idea.
I think for me, there's just a couple of movements that I would love to come up, and I think I'd probably prefer them from a competitive point of view to be spread out through the weeks. So I don't want wall walks to be paired with dumbbell snatches. I don't want dumbbell snatches to be paired with burpees or box jump overs. I'd like them to appear one of every week, so that every week, like whether it's the reality or not, I'm like, oh yeah, sweet, this is a good one for me because it's got my movement. Would it be good for all of the things that you hate to appear in the same WOD, or for them to be spread out?
No, you want them all on the same one, so you can just die a death on week 2 or 3 and just go, okay, that's the bad one.
But so for me, that would be double unders and wall balls. If it was a slow
kill of just every week, there's just like, oh, I was smashing that bit, but then just died here on that particular movement because I'm not crap with them.
So how are we doing as a gym sign-ups? Who's in for the first time? You can see those stats by going to the CrossFit Games app.
We have, on the girls' side,
who's winning, men or women, in terms of sign-ups?
I think women are.
There should be
smashing
more
it. 1, 2,
there.
3, 4, 5, 6. 11 girls.
Nice.
7, 8 boys.
Lads.
Let down, Mike.
A couple of newbies. Abigail Hall.
Yeah.
Molly. Catherine Brown. Aisha. I'm sure Helena's done it before. Yeah, I presume Helena's done it before.
Last year. Yeah.
She's been about. Yeah, she did it at least last year.
Yeah,
she did it last year. Yeah, I remember her doing it. Lindsay, she's got plenty. Eleanor's done it before. Abby Lewis, Jessica, Jem, Charlotte. They're all multiple times CrossFit Games Open athletes. Over on the men's side, we have got so far signed up Sam's first rodeo. Reece,
Sam John.
Yeah, Sam John. Big Reece Pritchard, his first Open as well. Starling. He's back in the game. James Morgan, after an absence, he didn't do last year. He's back on the saddle. Myself, DNF, Steph, Ads, and the first person in our entire gym to sign up, I think, was a contest between you and Charlotte.
Yes.
I believe that you both signed up the day the registration opened.
Registration opened. Charlotte beat me by 2 hours. We checked email times.
So you've already lost.
I think there was a delay in them sending an email to me.
Who do you think is going to do better in the Open? People who train in the mornings typically, or people who train in the evenings? Because your evening squad,
I'm evening squad through and through, right?
Pretty much morning squad.
The argument is, right, you got Friday night lights.
Yeah.
And that's where...
That's your zone.
But the thing is, we're time zoned into it. You know, like when people go into a couple of weeks before a competition to get used to the time zones and all that. That's us training at night. We're ready. But people who wake up in the morning and train
are psychos.
Yeah. So you've got to give it credit where it's due.
Yeah.
They probably are working.
They're
harder.
just going to find that so easy on a Friday night, like just
yeah.
having relaxed all day, like fresh. Yeah. Anybody got hopes, aspirations? Do you reckon of hitting the quarterfinals?
Oh, I'm
Progressing.
I'm trying my darndest this year to try and hit the quarterfinals. Whether I do or not it's all down to the workouts, as you know.
Massively.
But then we do have our ringer, don't we?
So we had Rhys Sams, he qualified last year.
Qualified last year, and I think he's going to do.
Gaz
even
Hickman
better,
qualified last year for
He
the
did
age group.
indeed, yeah.
Andy fancies hitting that top 10%. You fancy hitting that top 10%.
That's the goal. That's the target. You know.
Age group.
Age group, yes.
40 to 45.
First year.
40 to 44. That is
Step
tasty.
up, yeah. Step up.
Do you reckon any of these women in with a shout? I mean, we got some fit ladies.
The thing is with the girls, right? There's a lot of newbies in there who I've got high hopes for.
Do you reckon
But
Al can keep on progressing? So that was her first year. She was new to CrossFit. She was one of those who could have jibbed it last year. She didn't.
Yeah.
She did really well. Do you reckon she can push on?
Eleanor, yeah?
Eleanor, sorry.
Eleanor. I mean, she's doing RX competitions now. And I hate to say it because she'll probably see this. She's beaten me quite often
Mate,
in the workouts.
She's been beating you since 12 months ago, so
Yeah,
without a doubt.
exactly, yeah.
Coach Gemma.
Gemma, yeah, that's a good shout.
Sneaky. She's sneaky good at everything. Well, not even very sneaky, is she?
No.
She's not sneaky at all.
She looks
she's just
fit
good.
and she
She's just
actually
good
is
at
fit,
CrossFit,
yeah.
yeah. I think it would be...
Just don't make it heavy, that's the problem.
It would be
Small
quality if we had 3 or 4 people quarterfinaling it together and we could do some heats and everything. Anyway.
Do you think you're going to get there?
No, absolutely not. My goal, as with you, was when I hit that 40 age bracket, which is next year, that's my quarterfinal goal. I'm a bit annoyed at how ill I was over Christmas, so I feel like I've been taken down a notch rather than pumped up a notch.
Everyone got ill over Christmas.
This is true. This is true. Maybe I will just find my feet, find my form. Last year I lucked out. Like the first 2 workouts were prime for me. I don't think I'm going to be that lucky again this year. So there it is.
That's the only reason you beat me, is because...
No, you beat me.
Yeah, not the first 2 weeks.
No, mate.
No,
I beat you because I'm better at CrossFit. So...
Yeah. All right.
All right. There you go. Anyway, if you haven't yet signed up for the Open, do it. Do it now. Do it now. Get to the chopper.
Get me to the chopper.
No! Get to the chopper!
Otherwise, see you on Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Smashing it. Boosh.
Cobra Kai.
Never dies.
Bet your ass.
Try to be best, cause you're only a man, and a man's gonna learn to take it. Try to believe, though the going gets rough, that you gotta hang tough to make it. History repeats itself, try and you'll succeed. Never doubt that you're the one, and you can have your dreams. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. Fight to the end, 'cause your life will depend on the strength that you have inside you. You gotta be proud, staring out in the cloud when the odds in the game defy you. Try your best to win.
Yeah, boy.